Hi folks, we're at our workshop. I'm warning you now, this video is going to be full rivet counter mode. It's going to be deep. If you're not interested in that, then I suggest you go and do what it is that non-rivet counters do, kiss some girls, spend time with your family, something like that. The rest of you though, I'm going to go deep. This is going to go deep into chassis wiring looms. Now this one, I picked this one up because I wanted to know. I wanted to know what it is. This is a 110 300 TDI rest of the world spec wiring loom from 1999 to 2001. And because I want to see the difference. Because I've got this one, which is the 2002 onwards one. Happens to be South African spec, which I only think the only difference is rear speakers. And I'm going to compare the two, because I want to know the difference. Now this one, th of October 2000. It's in a sealed bag. Oh, this hasn't been. This has never been opened. This got put in the bag 20 years ago. I mean, I was still in school when this went in the bag, and I'm gonna cut the bag. Now, that's just a nice kind of thing, really. It doesn't really matter. It's not like all those like Star Wars characters that lose half the value as soon as you take them out of the packaging. The real value of this is what's inside. The bag is just inconsequential, but you know, it's kind of interesting that it's still in its sealed bag and that I'm going to be the one to actually cut it and open. But really, yeah, I'm interested to see what's inside of it here. I can also already see a few connectors that I'm quite interested in. I mean, there's a few things I already know because 99, 2001, well, 2002 onwards, they changed the rear door is pretty much the big one. But there's a few connector differences as well that I kind of want to dig into. But just for a little tip here, if you're not going to watch this video any further, a little tip here, a good way of identifying 99 to 2001 looms versus 2002 onwards looms, because a lot of looms, for example, on eBay, they'll get listed as a TD5 loom. But naturally, there's TD5s as 99 to 2000, 2001 and 2002, 2006. The easiest way to tell, if there's photos, look for a connector that's this colour, this kind of like 1970s bathroom colour. If you see one of those, it'll be a 99 to 2001. The later ones usually have orange connectors, the bigger connectors. But I'm pretty sure, I've not been proved wrong yet, that this kind of mint colour signifies 99 to 2001. Right, which end do I open it from? Oh, it's now or never. Camera rolling, yep. Using the world's worst pair of scissors. Oh my God, I can't believe I've just opened it. 20 years. Hopefully there's no equivalent of coronavirus from 20 years ago in here. There we go. God, looks so much better when it's out of the bag. Right, what can I tell you about this loom? I'm just going to bring up some numbers. This is where we go deep, right, folks? So, this loom was fitted from the chassis numbers that are appearing on the screen, and I've calculated it was fitted on the production line on vehicles built from the 27th of August 1998 until the 22nd of January 2001. There is actually a chassis loom that comes after this one, and that is the part numbers on the screen, YNN000110, and that was fitted from the 22nd of January 2001 to the 9th of August 2001, when they switched over to the 2002 models, or at least from a wiring loom perspective. And this loom was fitted, so this was loom, basically the rear chassis loom is the same for everything except a high cap pickup, because the lights and everything are different. So pickups and station wagons and double cabs and hardtops all have the same chassis loom on 110. This was fitted to 6,166 vehicles, of which 2,545 were station wagons, 3,572 were hard tops or pickups, and 49 were double cabs. The one that came after this, probably a little bit rarer because it was only fitted for kind of 7 months, was fitted on 1,836 vehicles, 487 station wagons, 1,285 hard tops or pickups, and 64 double cabs. See, I told you we were going to go rivet counter mode in this, weren't we? Crikey, loads of numbers. So leading on from this, and then from the 2002 onwards, so that was kind of like the two looms that got up to 2002, you've got YNN00171, which is basically the bog standard rest of the world spec chassis loom, and that pretty much went all the way through to the end of 2006. And then you got this one. This is for 110s I'm talking about. Then you got this one, which is the equivalent of that, but South African spec. And oops, well, supposedly called South African spec, which I'm assuming is Kalahari. But I need to do a bit more research on that. So when was this one made? 7th of June 2002. Just a side note, I don't know if people wonder this, but you'll see things like MODL or Mod L. It's probably quite easy to assume, because there's a lot of looms that get sold in new old stock condition that are like military wolf looms or whatever. It might be quite tempting to believe that means MOD, Ministry of Defence, like it's a specific military loom, but it's not. They've all got mod something on them, mod C, mod B, sometimes mod L. So I assume it's some kind of classification, I believe. I think these are made with Leone. I think they were made at Leone. That's the wire manufacturer. Later looms have got Leone written on them. On there, but there we go. Right, I'm going to lay these out and we'll have a look at them. Okay, so on the left we've got the 99 and 2001. On the right we've got 2002. This is the bulkhead end. What have we got here? So 2002's got more. It's got one extra connector. I think we've got 3 there. Ignore this one because this is rear speakers, so that's not everything. But it's got this grey one. Presume that's this. Oh, that's different entirely. There. So what we got? Oh, sorry, no, that's the grey one. Yeah, I was looking at this one. There we go. So that's the same. That's the same connector. In there, we've got very similar things going in. And I think this is rear wiper. This has got rear wiper as well, I think. That one, the equivalent, is probably this one. Now these are very different because there's more wires in the later one. So what we've got there, fog lamp, permanent feed. These are brake lights and indicators, illumination. Yeah, there's a couple extra ones in there. And then this one is the fuel. Well, it's a permanent ignition feed on the TD5. This would be the fuel pump as well. Got ignition there. And that one's a bit of the wiper as well, I think. Interesting. So the connectors are pretty much the same. That one and that one. And then it's the green one and the orange one that went different. Right. Then we've got the transfer box earths. They're the same. Got some of these fixing mountings. This one's got a clippy bit in there. This one's got this kind of narrower bit here. This one doesn't have it, it goes all the way. This is the point at which the chassis gets to the back and it splits off to either. So this is right hand rear footwell because we've got the trailer socket. Where's the equivalent here? This one. So what's going on here? So we've got trailer socket. Ah, no, interesting. So this one's been it's one I've seen in wiring diagrams. I've not really been able to identify this one, so that's good. Then we've got, okay, so the later one on the right, I think this is a fog light. Got the same indicator. up through the grommet into the rear tub. It's got quite different ones here. So there's the fog light on this one. It's got a different style of connector. You don't see this in the 2002 onwards. And then same with this one. That's a different style. What would that be? Green, brown. So this one's the rear wiper. Yeah, this is very different actually. So we've got brake light there. Then we got permanent ignition. Permanent feed. Should be these two. Or three, shall I say. This one's rear wiper, and this is rear wiper. They're totally different. And this one's heated rear window, which heated rear window's in here as well. So that's the rear right. Then we've got the long scraggly one, which is fuel tank. The same connector. These are Conneseal four-way connectors. There's 3 wires in there. Just about. And there's 4 in that one. But the funny thing is, they've both got the rear plastic fuel tanks. It only uses 2 wires in the fuel sender, because it's not actually a pump, it's a fuel sender. So why that's got 4 and this one's got 3, and it only needs 2, to be honest. It's got 2 earths. The wiring diagram, it's got 2 earths in here, but why it's got 2 of them, I don't know, because it only uses one. There's only 2 prongs that it's actually connected to on the fuel sender. Anyway, there we go. Right, we go to the back left. That's probably reverse light. That one on the later vehicles, or is that one there? It might be that might be reverse light. It might be an extra reverse light. You know, because these 2 are down the bottom, so we've got indicator and reverse light. We've got an indicator on this one, so that's a bit different there. So it might be for dual reverse light. And we've got fog light. So they might have actually both connectors on both sides. These the same? Yeah, green, brown on the blue. Yellow, red, black. Yeah, okay, so what they've got on this 99 to 2001 loom, they've got reverse and fog lights on both sides, depending, because it's left and right and drive decided. This one, it's handed. And then what else we've got here? We've got the brake light, which is the same. It's connected to the same, and then number plate light, and then rear speakers, because this one has it. Oh, so that's interesting actually. It does make you wonder, because I know, so there's a lot of rest of the world spec vehicles in the UK that are left-hand drive failed their MOTs when they were first registered, because they had the fog lamp. The reverse light, or the fog lamp, I think technically is the one that causes the problem. Yeah, so on these looms, they're not actually handed, so I think you'd have to, so they're pretty much always set up for left-hand drive, these 300 TDI ones, which is interesting. Maybe it's only the UK that matters whether it's left and right, you know, whether it's on the correct side of the vehicle. Whereas these ones, you've got the connectors on both sides. Interesting. Because on my one, it's actually, I think the fog lamp and reverse light lenses are the right way around, but there's not been an extension of the loom, so they might actually be in the wrong, wired up to the wrong lights. I'm going to have to go and check that when I'm next to that vehicle. Yeah, so in summary then, what's the summary? You've got fog and reverse light connectors on both sides, and you've got different connectors. That's basically the difference between all of these. Yeah, different connectors here, and this is basically the main difference at the rear, because of the rear door's totally different. You've got a different connector there. But other than that, it's all more of the same. The 99, 2001 onwards is interesting because it's kind of the evolution out of the 90s era and into the 2000s era with their style of connectors, a lot more Conneseal connectors and Amp Tyco style connectors and things like that. These ones don't appear much in 2002 onwards, this style, but there we go. I'm going to photograph this loom and I'm going to stick it all on LR Workshop. There's a whole wiring section there, and then the connectors where I put lots of information related to wiring looms that I have and I've photographed, and other people have contributed wiring images as well that have allowed me to build up a kind of a library. So you can click through and see how these are all laid out, because wiring can be a bit confusing sometimes, particularly when it's on the vehicle. So there's a link in the description to that. Go and check it out. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a patient rivet counter with me. Give us a thumbs up if you found this video useful. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.